Hello everyone, I welcome you all to StudyIQ. This session is going to be game changer for people who have just completed their 12th and are about to start their graduation journey, or who have just entered the first year of their graduation. So just completed 12th or entered the first year of graduation, this journey, this video would be immensely helpful. Reason being, if you have thought of this big dream of becoming IAS, and that too as soon as possible, as soon as you complete your graduation. So that vision, if we have to translate that into actual reality, we have to ensure that we start early. And how to start early, what should be the step-by-step manner in which we should move ahead to ensure that this dream of ours comes true and comes to fruition as soon as possible. So how that could be ensured, what should be the step, what should be the timetable, how do we have to navigate each year of our graduation, and to ensure eventually that we succeed in our dream of becoming an IAS or IPS or IFS or whatever be the service that you want to enter into. So how to ensure that, we are going to talk about that. So 2028 is our dream year. That would be the year which would determine whether we become IAS or not. So before that, we are presently in 2025. 26 and 27. So if you see, we are here right now, and this would be the first year of your graduation, the mid of 2025 to mid of 2026. This is the first year of your graduation, this is second year, and this would be the third year. This would be the third year, right? So first, second and third, and thereafter here you'll appear for UPSC Prelims 2028. After you qualify that, you appear for mains 2028, and thereafter your results would come somewhere over here, and thereafter in 2029 in the month of Feb you'll give your interview, and thereafter in the month of May or April you'll get your final results. And to find your name in that holy PDF, to ensure that you are selected in this rigorous process of selection, or rather I should say in the rigorous process which is not as much about selection but more about rejection. How to ensure that your name is there in the PDF, so we'll talk about that, and how to go through about this 3 years of journey, we'll talk about that. So if you see, this first year, like we have divided it into 3 phases. So first year of your graduation, second, and thereafter third year of your graduation. In the first year, what you have to do is that you have to focus on foundation, right? You have to focus on foundation, you have to strengthen it. So in that, what would you do? History, geography, polity, and economy. So these are the major subjects, these are the core subjects. So you have to complete all of those subjects within the first year of your graduation to ensure that you utilize your graduation years properly and in a proper manner, to ensure that you are way ahead of the competition. So we have to complete these 4 subjects which are the core subjects of UPSC. Once that is done, in the second year, what we would do is we would cover the miscellaneous topics, right? What are the miscellaneous topics? If we talk about prelims, you have history, geography, polity, economy, environment, science and tech, and thereafter current affairs, right? So we have covered these 4 subjects which are the core. These 3 are left, which are majorly current affair based topics. When you talk about mains, in mains we have paper 1, 2, 3 and 4. This we are talking about the GS paper, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 you have. In one you have history, geography and society. So society becomes a miscellaneous topic over here. Thereafter you have polity, social justice, governance and international relation. So these 3 are miscellaneous topics over here. When you talk about GS3, economy, agriculture, science and tech, environment, internal security, and you have disaster management. So this and these 3 are miscellaneous topics, and this is ethics. This is also the miscellaneous topics. So miscellaneous topics are some topic that you haven't covered in your prelims, and they are not part of your core subjects, right? So you have to cover them additionally. So those topics, if you see, you have to cover them in your second year of your graduation, right? With that, one more thing that you have to do is that you have to revise whatever you read in the first year of your graduation. So all the core subjects you have to revise over here. Thereafter, you have to do this miscellaneous thing in the second year of your graduation. Once that is done, in the third phase, which is the third year of your graduation, you will focus on revising the core subjects which you did in the second year, which you read in the first year, and you'll revise miscellaneous thing which you read in the second year, but you'll be revising it in the third year. Thereafter, you'll focus on test, you'll focus on PYQs. This topics we have to cover in the third year, right? So here we have to go in full throttle. We have to go in full throttle to ensure that we get the rank that we wish to get, and we get the marks that we were vying for, or that we wished that we should be getting to ensure the rank that we want. So to ensure these things, this way we can strategize. So if you see, if you take a macro look, 25, 26, 27, 28, first year, second year, and thereafter this was your third year. So we did our core thing, foundation got strengthened, then we did our miscellaneous thing, everything got covered. So by then, by second year of your graduation, you'll be done with your syllabus. You'll be done with your UPSC syllabus. Now you'll be focusing on things that are, you'll focus on utility factor. What is utility factor? Utility factor means you have to pay attention to things which have utility, or which would be asked in the examination. So you don't have to read everything. You have to read those things which are most important. And it's like 20-80 rule, or the Pareto principle, wherein you'll get 80% of your results out of 20% of your effort. So less effort, more results, or more output. So that is the utility thing. So you have to focus on that utility thing. So what are those things that you can do to ensure that your utility factor is significantly higher to eventually ensure that you get the rank? So to do that, utility factor, if you see, you have to focus on PYQ, you have to give test, right? You have to do answer writing, and you have to solve mocks and all those things. So when you see the PYQ for prelims, you'll analyze them. You'll see, let's say 2016, 2018, 17, 18, whatever be the paper. When you analyze them, you'll see that this is the question. Thereafter, you have some statements. Then you have options. So when you analyze it, let's say this is the answer, and these two are not the answer, they are incorrect options. So you have to make notes on these things also, right? So your core thing, the core building block has been done in the first and the second year of your graduation. In the third year of graduation, you're doing things which are going to give more output. These things are going to give you more output, that you have to ensure that whatever UPSC has asked, be it a right or a wrong option, you have to ensure that you know about that thing, right? So you'll be building your notes from here. That is something that you'll be doing your PYQ analysis and all those things. Thereafter comes the test preparation, wherein you'll give the mocks. You'll give the mocks, answer writing. This is for mains. You'll do all those things. So when you practice this thing, you'll ensure that your first year, second year, and third year, this ensured that the building block is built. This would ensure that the utility factor would maximize your chance of becoming an IAS, right? So this maximization would be done through third year. And when that is done, you'll see that 2028, here you'll have your examination of prelims, and you'll ensure that this phase would be your full throttle 2.0, because this earlier phase of 2027, this one is a full throttle phase. This is 1.0, this would be 2.0. So you have to go in full throttle with much more acceleration. So in that phase, you have to specifically focus on CSAT also, right? You don't have to neglect it, that this is not important, I'll not prepare the subjects. You don't have to do that. You have to prepare it and give equal importance, because this could be a deal breaker. You might not get through examination just because of that. Because if you see and analyze the pattern, you'll get to know that the questions that are coming in the last few years, they are difficult. They are not easy. So math is difficult, LR is difficult, English, or we call it RC, they are also getting difficult. So you have to ensure that you properly prepare them, you practice them beforehand and before examination, to ensure that your preparation is robust, and that would eventually lead you to get into this examination, lead you to clear the prelims, and thereafter enter the mains phase. In mains phase, we have done all the miscellaneous thing, we have all the notes, and whatever the PYQ are being asked, we have covered all of them. So prelims is sorted, mains is sorted. Thereafter is the interview preparation, wherein what should be done is that we'll focus during interview preparation, we'll focus more on mocks, we'll focus more on DAF, we'll focus more on our personality aspects, right? That would help us to gain significant edge and ensure that we get 180 plus marks in our interview. So if you see the pattern of UPSC, you'll find that prelims, mains and interview. Here if you get 180 plus out of 275, here if you get let's say 800 plus out of 1750, here if you get, you have to ensure that you get through this phase. So you have to ensure you get 100 plus to be on safer side in paper 1, and in paper 2 you have to get at least, to be on safer side, 75 plus, right? When you ensure this, you get through this, you get into this phase of mains, you have to get this much marks in mains to ensure that you get an interview call, and eventually to get selected, totaling score should be 950 plus, right? Out of 2025 to eventually get the service, and to get the service of your choice, this score should be higher than 1000 marks. So this is the journey that we'll be traversing through StudyIQ platform. So if you see, you'll find that this batch, resolution GS Foundation P2I batch, which is the July month's batch, it would be starting from 14th of July. You can join this batch, wherein you'll find the prelims and mains residential program. You'll find that if you clear prelims, the first stage of UPSC, if you clear that, and if you're writing mains, you'll get full refund of your fee, that whatever you would have paid for that. So you can join, and these are the benefits that you can see. So this would be the journey that you will be traversing, 3 years of journey with StudyIQ, which would ensure that you are successful in ensuring that whatever dream that you have thought of, whatever dream that you have thought of today actually comes to fruition as soon as possible as you graduate. So we have to ensure that. So how that journey has to be that. This was all about that. So I hope and wish you like this video. If you like this video, do like, share, subscribe, and share with your friends and fellow. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.